Good morning. What's up, everybody? What is it today? I don't even know. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Good morning. I just woke up. Got to get some coffee in me. Freddie, what's up, brother? Good morning. Morning to my man on the other side of the ocean. I didn't know you were in Europe, brother. Good to see you tuned in. All right, good morning. So, NASDAQ. I'm going to be trading NASDAQ today. Let's take a look at levels for NASDAQ. Nasty NASDAQ. All right, levels. We got pivot point 905. That's R1. P pivot point at 646 or 645 area. And then S1 all the way to 329. We are, I believe, below some critical levels. Let me bring in my Mentor levels. We are below HVL, as you guys can see here. Anytime price action is below this yellow right here, HVL, this is from the options world, you're going to have big swings. So today I'm expecting another day of big swings, meaning 100 points up, 100 points down. So I think I'm just gonna scalp today. I'm not necessarily looking for setups because of the volatility today. So see money, take money, or see losses, take losses. One of the two, right? So that's that in terms of where we are. So expect volatility today. Levels, previous day high is at 831. Overnight high currently at 733. The gap closed down at 556. So we're about 100 points away from the gap close. Overnight low around 456. Yesterday's low 377. As you guys know, those purple lines or magenta lines are my 4-hour levels. So we're right in the middle of a 4-hour level. Kite Skid, good morning. Good morning to everybody. Freddie, good afternoon, brother. All right, so that's what we're looking at. Like I said, I'm coming in with some nice green from last night on the Asia session. I'm not trading any straight to funded. I'm not trading any sim funded accounts today or this morning, only because I killed it last night. I'm locking in the profit, so I'm going to be trading some evals and try to pass a few. I'll be copy trading evals this morning. That's it. Locking in the profit on my straight to funded and sim funded accounts. All right, Preddy's on fire. He wants to take a chat. He wants to take a trade on the house account. All right, so Preddy, chat account trade, 1 mini NQ, 16 points on NQ long, or what are you doing? Long NQ market. Okay, so Preddy is longing NQ market right now. Let's go. And he's putting a stop loss of 16 points. So 16 points. I'm going to have a calculator here every day now. 633. What is that? 617. Here we go. All right. You're putting your stop right above VWAP. Okay. All right, there we go. We got a house account trade going, courtesy of Freddie. NQ is in a long. And how many points are you going, or are you just watching it? Okay. All right, so we'll see what happens here. Let's go back to my charts. We are at that pivot point. 640 area. Usually that's a nice little reaction area. We have this high right here that we're respecting. Let's see if they can push out. VWAP is down at 617. So we may get stopped out on a move to get a VWAP touch and then potentially the bounce. Well, let's see what happens. So house account in a trade. I'm still flat on mine. I'll wait for the open. Looks like VWAP is holding, at least for now. Interestingly enough, I have VWAP on TradingView at 612. This is Tradeify, which has VWAP at 617. So that area for VWAP. Well, good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week. I'm up on my accounts. Like I said, I'm locking in my straight to funded and sim funded. Those walked out with some nice profit last night. Not the full 4,000 you see on the screen. I think I locked those in at $1,000 each. So I'm not going to be trading any straight to funded or any sim funded today. I'm only going to be trading evals and copy trade a few. See if we can get some of them passed today. Today's plan, honestly, I do want to practice scalping today with some evals. So I'm not looking for big plays. I'm looking for scalps. And hopefully I can get a couple in. But I do expect volatility. We are under HVL, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get 100-point swings again, up and down. Plus, today's NVIDIA earnings at the end of the day. Let's take a look at the chat account. Ready with some green right now. Sparta, good morning, sir. Love 490, good morning. Good morning to everybody. And currently, the house account, courtesy of Freddie, in a long on NQ. 665 with a 665 TP. So let's sell right there. Freddie Longen NQ with a 665 TP, right? Did I write that right? Yeah, 24665. Let's do this. There you go. All right. Kites kick. Because of the volatility today, I don't want to switch. Technically, with the volatility today, Kites kick, I should be trading micros. But there's something about me and micros. I just can't fall in love with them. So I like minis. But because of the volatility, I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm probably just going to play one mini, maybe two if I need to DCA. But I'm not going to go crazy in terms of size. I should be trading micros, but I just don't like micros. But again, today I'm locking in the profit from last night on my straight to funded and sim funded accounts. So those are locked for today. I'm only trading evals, and I'm going to be playing a scalper game today and see if we can practice and get some reps in on the scalping game. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Depends on the movements, but I do expect big swings again today. 50, 100-point 1-minute candles, especially with NVIDIA earnings coming out today. All right, house account is in a long, front running the open. I'm still flat. We are in a descending channel at the bottom of that channel. Potential push up to the top. Let's take a look. That's the 1 minute though. Let's take a look at the 5 minute. 5 minute is in an ascending channel, so price action on the 5 minute is starting to pick up towards the upside. So potential move all the way up to overnight high at 740. Master Trader, good morning, sir. Kites kick, yeah, you're right, man. It's just me and minis, man. Me and micros. Can't fall in love with micros. I should. But we'll see how it goes. All right, that long on NQ on the house account playing out right now. Let's take a look at that long on NQ. Currently in the green. And we got 7 minutes for the open. Preddy wants to add 1 mini and tighten stop loss to 630. So we're going to add 1 mini on here. Let's add 1 mini. There you go. And the stop gets tightened to 630. All right. So Preddy adding on in the green. Sorry. And we got 6 minutes for the open. House account currently in a trade. Coop, what's up? Kobop, what's up, brother? All right, stopped out on the house account. Let's close this. Got a nasty wick to the downside. So house account now stopped out. Let's go. All right, so let's go back to my accounts here. Christopher Zazek, good morning. Call me Sean. Good morning, sir. Good morning to everyone. All right, NQ taking a pullback here. Expect volatility. See money, take money today. I wouldn't trust NQ too much on big moves. It's going to be choppy. All right, again, in terms of levels, the gap fill down at 556. So potential move for the gap fill or yesterday's settlement around 550, 555 area. Current overnight low is around 456. If things really go downhill, yesterday's low was 377 or prior day low. We also have a pivot point down there. We're hovering around a pivot point right now around 640. That's that blue line. All my blue lines are your pivot points. Overnight high is currently at 733. Previous day high, yesterday's high, 831. And we got a pivot point right above it at 905. So big swings. Look at the distance between these pivot points. I expect the 100-point 1-minute candles again today around the open. So going to be patient. I'm coming in with some nice green from the Asia session last night. So if you're just tuning in, I am not going to be trading any straight to funded or sim funded accounts. I've locked the profit on those. And going to see if I play the scalpers game today. Quick in and outs. With today's volatility, not going for necessarily big setups. We'll see. All right, looks like NQ is hunting for VWAP. VWAP's around 612, 615 area. If we take a look at Tradeify, there's your VWAP right there, potentially coming in to tap it. Peter Chan, good morning, sir. Good morning to everyone. Patience today, guys. Like I said, today I'm not trading any straight to funded or sim funded accounts. That profit, thanks to last night, is being locked in. So I'm going to be patient trading evals and see if we can scalp today with NVIDIA volatility. I'm not looking for necessarily big setups. It's going to be more of a see profit, take profit day with this volatility. Vinny, yes, sir, man. Right out of bed, brother. Right out of bed. Coop, yeah, right. I did take a look at Financial Juice earlier. And we do have FOMC minutes this afternoon. NVIDIA earnings right after the open. So expect another volatile day with big swings. That's why if I take trades, I'll be scalping. See profit, take profit. All right, guys, we got 1 minute. 1 minute for the casino to open. Let's go. Let's get it. Actually, I'm going to switch accounts. I'm going to lock this one in. Let me see if I have, where's my master with smaller P&L? Here we go. All right, let's work on this one. And again, today I am only trading evals. Last night, I had a good day morning session and last night on straight to funded or sim funded accounts. So I'm locking those in for today. All right, let's get it. Make sure my copy trader is only set to evals. It is. All right, casinos now open. There we go. Let's see how bad how crazy the volatility goes today. Wow, my rhythmic again is lagging. I don't know what it is with my rhythmic. Looks like NQ going for that gap fill down at 550 area. Tapped it. And right back up, but my lag, so I got to be hands off. For some reason, rhythmic at the open for me lately has been lagging. I don't know why. I may have to change Prop Shop as my master account. For some reason, Prop Shop has lag, pretty bad lag during the open. Takes it about 5, which is actually pretty good because then it prevents me from trading. But I have to wait almost 5 minutes for lag settle. Crazy. Peter Chan telling us that VIX is at 23.8. Yeah, expect big volatility today, guys. See profit, take profit. Don't get your hopes up on plays today. It's going to be choppy. Choppy. Size down or just mess with evals today. I'm not, like I said, I'm not trading any straight to funded or sim funded accounts today. Those are locked in with some of the green from last night. But I do want to get some reps in today and loosen up on scalping. So I'm going to be experimenting a couple things today. But again, evals, guys. So just be careful. All right, I'm still lagging, so I still can't touch the keyboard. I guess that's a good thing. I'm showing 683. Price is down to 580 already. Wow. So clearly going for the gap fill down to 550. NQ moving for that gap fill, but I'm still in lag, so I can't take a trade. Look at those swings. 50-point 1 minute candles. Like I said, today is going to be volatile. See profit, take profit. All right, I'm still lagging. I can't take trades, which I guess is a good thing. My price is at 607. I see price all the way down at 580 in real time. So until my Quant Tower updates, for some reason, I'm gonna have to change my master account. I think it's related to Prop Shop's rhythmic data. Not the best. So I'll test tomorrow another master account with another prop firm because I'm locked out for probably 5 minutes every day. I guess that's a good thing. All right, we're back. Okay, so no more lag. All right, so about 3 minutes of lag. That's what, 585, 620, 50-point 1 minute candles still. Let's be patient. Sparta, didn't receive your payout from Bulenox yesterday. They did, well, as long as they deducted it from your account, you're good. Probably just a delay with the banks. But Bulenox in general is pretty good with payouts. I haven't heard much in terms of denials. All right, I'm going to try. Didn't take my order there. I tried to short and it didn't take my order. God damn it. I'm in lag right now. I tried to short at the pivot point and see how late? Look at how late the entry came in. So now I'm going to close it. Took about 10 seconds. Now I can't close my... Oh, this is not good. My quant tower is lagging, so I'm going to chill out for a little bit. I tried to enter a short there. I would have been in the green there, but it didn't take my order. By the time it did take the order, price was already down here. All right. Quant tower acting up today. Again in lag. Ugh, not good. Ready. Hold on, Freddy, because I'm in lag right now. My quant tower is lagging. Again, 663. Prices at 670. Nico, yeah, man. Expect some big action today. Today's going to be risky as hell. Sorry, Preddy. It's just that I'm trying to trade here, and my quant tower is acting up. I'm seeing lag again. I tried to take a short, which would have been in some nice green, and it did not take it. So I'm not a happy camper right now. I'm still lagging. Wow. This is some crazy lag. All right. Well, tomorrow I'm probably going to have to trade another master account as another prop firm with my master account. I'm thinking this is prop shop related. All right, here we go. No more lag. All right, we're going to try to short the... no, didn't take my entry there. It's not taking my entries. All right, we're going to try to short the 200 SMA there. Looking for a pullback. Again, today is see money, take money. All right, here we go. Can we get a little move down to that 9? Ugh. It's bullish. Come on. And out at that 9 EMA touch. Again, just scalping today. I'm not doing anything crazy. Good morning, Beryllium Jesse. Peter Chan, can you hit the circle symbol with arrows on right side? Circle symbol with arrows on right side. Circle symbol with arrows on right side. Yeah, I don't see it. All right, let's continue here. Looking for quick 10-15 point scalps on this. Jesse, Beryllium Jesse in the house. What's up, brother? All right, let's bring in that 15-minute opening range. Again, guys, expect volatility today. Careful. See profit, take profit. Current 15-minute opening range is 122 points. Here's your top. Here's your bottom. Peter Chan. Oh, yeah. Let me take a look at the Heikinashi candles on the chat account. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Green. So it looks like it's pushing up. Let's take a look at the 5-minute and where that regression channel is looking like. So top of that channel, potentially right here at the overnight high. We got a 4-hour level. My magenta lines are 4-hour levels, 794, call it at 800. And you have previous day high up here around 800, 840 area. So potential move to test the overnight high, this 800 to 830 level. And unfortunately, we got to speak in 50, 100 point moves here just because of the day. Top right. Yeah, man, I don't see, at least not on mine. What did you say it was? Can you hit the circle symbol with arrows? Circle symbol with arrows. On Quan Tower? I don't see it. Kobob, I took a short with one con at the NQ open and was green and had me stop at losing 15 points. Yeah, today see profit, take profit. I took a little short here already for I don't know how many points, 15 points I think it was. So we'll just scalp this. I'm not messing with NQ today. All right, 4 minutes for the 15-minute opening range there. Oh. NQ pushing. All right, NQ testing that overnight high. Yep, pretty bullish. So the good thing is if you're scalping, every candle right now is probably 15 points to the upside and downside. So you can literally scalp 1-minute candles. But you got to get in and out quick. All right, let's take a look at the 5-minute real quick. I want to see how we're doing with that channel on the 5-minute. Oh, we're approaching the top of this channel on the 5-minute. And we're coming up to that high, the overnight high. Overnight high is around 733. Damn, bullish as hell. All right, I'm going to be shorting overnight high real quick for a quick scalp. Not giving us the pullback just yet. How many points is that candle? 75. It's going for a 100-point candle? You got to be kidding me. Woo! All right, come on down. All right, we're in scalp mode here. Let's see if we can get some green on this pullback. And Q's pushing. Come on. Give me a pullback here. Give me the pullback. Get back into the channel. Come on. There we go. Get back into the channel. Get back in. Doesn't want to get back into the channel. That was probably my out right there. All right, it's at the 200 SMA and still no pullback on NQ. Get back in. Not going too well with this. Come on, come back down. Struggling to push above that 200 SMA on the 15-minute. Nico. Well, like I said, I'm only trading evals today, guys. I'm not trading any straight to funded or sim funded accounts. Evals for today with this volatility. I am trying to get this flush back down into the channel, but I get it. NQ has a wide range. I ain't giving it. All right, here we go. Come on. All right, if we get the pullback, I'm not going to go to the bottom of the channel only because of the drawdown. So maybe 710 potential pullback here. Wow, not giving it. Not giving the pullback. Ah, no. All right, so I'm not going to win this one. It's going for that 4-hour level, 800. Nico, it looks like, what's it called? Wow. Looks like, what is this? 620, 200 points already and no pullback? Yeah. All right, I'm going to have to fix this a little bit. No pullback. Wow. Coop, I don't have NVIDIA running on the side. Let me guess. NVIDIA is going to the moon right now? All right, looks like this eval is going to take some major heat. Oh, wow. All right. That didn't quite work out well today. Got it. All right, so NVIDIA is running to the moon, and one eval will be blown in a few, and then, all right, that eval's blown right there. Let's hop on another one. Or actually, let's wait for this market to calm down a little bit, and we'll trade another eval. Like I said, I'm not trading anything that matters today. Only evals with this volatility. I'm still going to want to short that. All right, let me look for another eval here. Who do we have? Which one is not too close to passing? All right, you. Decon. NVIDIA is 3%. Got it. That's a crazy move on NVIDIA right there. I still want to short it. So we're going to bring in another eval. Let's see what we got here. Hold on. Let me see if I can reset my Quantower. I'm still getting lag on Quantower. So let me disconnect and connect again. All right, let's see if we can get cleaner data now. What was that? 200 points on NVIDIA? Wow. On NQ? All right, let's bring in another eval here. Here we go. All right. Let's see if we can do better trying to scalp this one. 280 points. Crazy. All right. Next pivot point, 920. Oh. Is it really going to push up more? Wow. All right, so we're coming up to this pivot point at 900. I'll try to short it again. Today I'm in contrarian mode. Again, guys, just traded evals today. Nothing crazy. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. Mr. Ibra, you closed for 200 points? Wow. NQ going further up here. How far will it go? Crazy. Ibrahim, no emotions. Yeah, today, like I said, with the volatility, I'm not touching any sim funded or straight to funded accounts. Only messing with evals today and trying to get some reps in, loosen it up. All right, we're coming to that pivot point. They're either going to run it straight up. I'll see if I can enter between the pivot point and this, what's it called? 4-hour level. And I'll try to take another short. contrarian in me refuses to trade the trend today. Man, is it really going to continue going up? $892. They're really going to push this further up, aren't they? Wow. And again, I got lag. All right, here we go. I just tried to mark it in and it denied my entry. Oh man, what happened here? Oh, here we go. All right, it's delayed. All right, we're going to try to short that pivot point, see if we do better on this one. However, I will have a tight stop on this. If they're going to run this up, I don't want to go too crazy. Come on. No pullback. And I'm about to get stopped out. Cobop got out of gold, nice. And NQ is going to stop me out. Stopped out on NQ. Wow, they're continuing to push. I'm still going to be looking for a short. Is it going to be as easy as long in this up here? Man, you got to be kidding me. Kites kick. All right, see you at Asia, buddy. There's got to be a short here somehow. All right, I'm going to try another short. And I guess it is as easy as long in here. You got to be kidding me. Just follow the trend and long it. You got to be kidding. All right, so that blue line is the pivot point. I'm looking for a pivot point reaction here, but it's not giving us the short. I think this might have more moon to it. And I guess it is as easy as longing, going with the trend. Wow. I'm looking at the 5-minute Heikin-Ashi candles, and they are all green, and they're all like 50, 75 points each. Still no pullback. Wow. Freddie, you want to go short? Oh, you nasty NASDAQ. All right, I'll give it 50 points. That's about it. I get it. I get with the swing. Freddie, just let me know if you want to go short. And I'm assuming you want to go one mini. You want to go short now on the house account? All right, short. So house account is also in a short. Wait a minute. Oh, you know what? We didn't close your long, Biddy. You just made $5,000 for the account. We never closed your long. Hold on. All right, let's short NQ here, you said? We never closed the long on the house account. That house account just made $5,000. Oh, man. Oh, boy, oh, boy. All right, let me know what your stop is, Biddy. Preddy. All right, so the long on the house account that we forgot about just made about 5K. What was that? 600 all the way up to 300 point trade. That's a good one there. House account just made 3K on that short. 300 points. And Fiddy, what do you want your stop to be? Oh, wait a minute. I think you're right. Let me close this trade. I think the house account just passed. Hold on. I got to close this trade, Fiddy. Preddy. Hold on. Let me close it for a second. 160. You're right. I think that now, okay, the chat account becomes a SIM funded account today. All right. Yeah. Let's see. Hold on. This is a it's not an Apex account. This is a what's it called? What's that company called? Legends. The Legends Trading. So the house account now has a balance of 160. Let me check the Legends Trading real quick. This is a 100K, a 150K Legends Trading account. Let me check real quick. No pullback yet on NQ, huh? So the house account, if we did pass it, I've always said I'm not interested in the payout. The payout goes to those who trade it, assuming it gets the payout. But I will be a little stricter on the, I want to protect it for you guys. So I think we'll be strict on the stop losses, putting a hard stop, a dollar amount stop on trade 623. Hold on for a second. All right, is my short ever going to play out here? No, they still don't want to. I'm looking for like a 50-point pullback and nothing. All right, let's take a look. Now the question is, does Legends have a consistency rule? Hold on for a second. So the house account is a 100K or 150K. All right, profit goal of 9,000. Oh, consistency rule is going to kill us. 30%. Consistency rule is going to kill us. But I'll take a look at that later. Let's go back to my short. Are we finally going to get a short here or still no short? Still no short. Wow. Where's, here we go. NQ looking like it wants to rocket ship to the moon. And no pullback. Look at that. Look at that green candle. Ugh. NVIDIA just taking off. All right, I think I'm going to give up on trading today and trying to go in against the trend. Not playing out too well today. Yeah, the problem now with the house account is I got to take a look at the consistency rule. We may have to lose some money because it's a 30% consistency rule. Cobop, yep. NQ just not giving any pullbacks just yet. And for me, I think I'm going to let this one go. No more. I'm going to wait till this thing calms down before I try to short it again. Freddie, it's a 30% consistency rule, so I think this trade alone was about 5K, which would mean we need to lose some money, or the profit just went up significantly higher. How much was this trade? 5,000. This was a 5,000. 5,000. You made $5,000 with one mini. Because we forgot about that long. But the problem is there is a 30% consistency rule on these evals right there. All right, so we got a couple of options. We need to either lose money and bring the win today for about 2K, or we just push the consistency rule up another 10K. We just made that account at 300K with that win. Mr. Naz MC, you really profited from this NASDAQ move. Nicely done. Yeah, man, no pullback here. I guess just long it. Just continue to ride the long train. So the chat account has now become a 300K account in terms of profit goal. It did make 5K on this long, but unfortunately we do have a 30% consistency rule that Legends has. Mr. Naz, I've been trading evals, and I tried to short it, so you can imagine how well that went for me on a NVIDIA to, what is it, 300 points up. Um, and now I'm just waiting for this to calm down here. And Mr. Naz killing it. And NQ continuing to push up. There's long NQ. Wow. It's as easy as that today. Who is in drawdown? Whoever can't get a win lately, place a trade and lose for the house account. Maybe we should short the house account and try to lose some money here. Yeah, let's try to lose. I've been losing trying to short it, so let's try to short it with 3 minis and lose 2K. How about that? And now watch the pullback. All right, so we're shorting the house account to try to lose 2K. So let's see if we can lose 2K quickly. And I'm probably the best one to do that today, trying to be a contrarian on this move up. All right, we're losing 500. Let's see if we can lose 2K on this and bring the consistency rule down a little bit. Mr. Ibrahim, it'll drop. No, it needs to keep going. All right, there we go. We're losing. I don't think there's a top today, Nico. Anybody trying to short this is going to pay. Oh, okay. Hold on. Maybe we do need to close. Hold on. Come on, NQ. Push to the moon. We need to lose 2,000 bucks on this account. There we go. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. Freddie, imagine making profit trying to lose. I get it. Oh, now it's going to pull back. No. Oh, now we're going to make money on this, huh? Oh, boy. Close the short and go long here. All right, let's close the short and go long then. Oh, no, we're making money now. That's not good. We're trying to lose money here. All right, we're in with 6 minis trying to lose money today now. Let's see if we can lose money. We need to lose 2K. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Six minis and we can't lose. Six minis and we can't lose here. Oh, man. 6 minis and we can't lose. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're only trying to lose 2 grand. Well, now we need to lose like 3 grand. Actually, we need to lose like 4 grand. You can't make this up, guys. You just can't. Beryllium Jesse, because we're trying to lose. We have way too much profit today, Beryllium, on the house account. And we need to lose at least 4K right now. At least. We left Preddy's trade. We left Preddy's trade run by accident for about 300 points in a long, and it made a lot of money on that move up. All right, come on, flush. All right, now we got to be careful with this, not to lose too much. It picks up. It won't flush the 20 SMA. Beryllium, the problem is if we keep the profit, the account becomes almost a 300K. Your profit goal would go all the way up to 20K with the 30% consistency rule. That's the problem. And it doesn't want to flush now, huh? Wow. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, guys. Look at this. All right. Maybe it is a good problem to have. The house account is in some solid green right now. With no signs of losing. All right, come on. I have faith that we're going to crash. Yeah, we might have to do 10 minis, huh? Now, I got to check Legends. I wonder if Legends is intraday trailing, though, because we can't lose too much either. All right, here comes this. Otherwise, we lose the drawdown. It is trailing. That's worse. All right, so we're going to have to close this trade because there's no point of losing more than the intraday trailing. We're just going to have to trade it. We're just going to have to make some money on it. That's all. All right. No more trying to lose money on the house account because with intraday trailing, there's really no point. You can only lose, what, 3K, but that's drawdown that you lose on it anyways. So let's not try to lose it because then we can just literally blow the account even though it's 9K in the green. All right, let's see if NASDAQ gives us the pullback we're looking for. Is that it for the move and potential reversal here? Yeah, I just remembered if we try to lose too much, we'll blow the account because it only has probably, what, 3K in drawdown? Let's see. 4,000 trailing max, and it is trailing, so that's all we could lose is 4K, but at that point, you're losing the drawdown for tomorrow. So no point of trying to lose, guys. No point. This one's an eval. Preddy, this one's an eval. Corey the Scalper, what's up? I'm still waiting for a short setup here. Probably the only one trying to short NQ and this NVIDIA run, but let's see if we get a short setup. That is so funny. So house account locked for the day. No more profit. Yep. Yep. All right, so anybody want to take a stab at where NQ is going today? How high is it going to go with this whole NVIDIA earnings thing? So is this the top? Are we finally going to get a pullback here? Cobop on the chat account, yes, the chat account is up. So if it made 6K or 9K today, and there's a 30% consistency rule, it's gonna be a big profit. Nico thinking it's gonna drop heavily on earnings. That's all the way till the end of the day, though, right? I'm curious to know how high we're gonna go today, though. No pullback yet. No significant break of structure pullback. We've had pullback longs, but no break of structure just yet. That is funny. That's funny how we forgot of Freddie, how did you forget about that long? I completely forgot about that long. That is so funny. A long for what, 200 points on one mini? The funny thing is, if we had remembered, you wouldn't hold for 200 points. It's when you forget, that's when you get those big juicy plays. Coop, today's expected move on QQQ was 9.75 points, nailed. All right. Let's take a look at gold. Gold, I don't want to trade today. I messed with gold already. Stay with NQ. I guess NQ is just long. Don't counter trend it. Counter trade it. All right, I'm still waiting for this short setup. I still got my hopes. VWAP all the way down at 717. So there is a potential short here if it picks up. Corey, the scalper, the Legends. So the house account is the Legends Trading. House account is a 150K Legends. But it does have an activation fee once it's passed. And NQ rubber banding here, potentially a next leg up. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's funny. Chat account holds a trade for 300 points. How many points was that? 250 on that long? 640, 641 to 925 long on one mini. It's crazy. $5,600. Can't make it up. NQ still not giving a pullback. It looks like it wants to pull back. If it breaks 930, we may get a pullback there. That's what I'm waiting for. Nope. Mr. Ibrahim, short time. And I already paid for trying to short this. Here we go. There we go. It's breaking down. How far will she go? I may try to pass an eval with one short here. Again, guys, today I'm not trading any straight to funded or sim funded accounts. Messing with evals today. All right, here we go. Shorts. Corey the Scalper. Honestly, I don't know. I only opened up the chat account with the legends just so it doesn't confuse me with my accounts. But I have not taken a payout or know the rules with the legends. I'll have to read up on it. All right, no pullback. Was not able to break 930 and right back up. NQ bullish. Mr. Ibrahim bought. It'll come down now. Ooh. If they break 930, then you got a leg down, but they're holding 930. Cobob, you got 4 Ledges account left and 2 Lucid. I did have 12 50K accounts with Lucid, but blew a couple myself and blew 6 others. Yeah, I have a couple straight. Well, not a couple. I have 6 straight to funded. Tradeify, not Prop Shop, Tick Tick, and Lucid Direct. Those I'm not trading today. And I do have finally some Gladiator accounts with Prop Shop. Those I'm also protecting today, not messing with those. So I'll be messing with evals today and see if I can get some quick green. So far, not working too well. Trying to short this. Come on, give us the short. Nope, not yet. Let's take a look, Coop. This is your volatility level, right? HVL. We got the gamma wall here at 25,000. And Bulls trying to get above that HVL to calm the market down. Otherwise, if we continue below it, volatility. All right, so let's see if this short plays out. NQ breaking down. All right, just broke that level. Can't flush the pivot point though. We got a pivot point at 9. What is that pivot point? 907. All right, so I'm in on a short. See if I die again. Trying to short NQ today. Here are the levels. Group on quant. NQ again pushing up. Mr. Ibrahim adding on his pullback. I got in on a bad entry. 90. What is my entry on this short? 914. Coop, you seen the level? Oh no, hold on. Here are the levels. Here we go. These are the levels for options. Gamma wall up here where we saw the resistance. Now we're going back below HVL. I don't know if they match yours, Coop. And pushed right back up. So bouncing at that pivot point. They're holding the pivot point here. Ugh, not my day. Look at that. Yep. They're holding 915. See if they can give us a flush below that pivot point. I would probably just play it to the middle of that channel and just get out of this. Let's see if we can get the flush that I've been looking for all morning. Oh. So they're trying to flush that pivot point, the blue line. See if we can get it. that middle of that channel. I'll settle for the middle of that channel for now. All right, here they go. Can they flush that pivot point, or are they going to use it as support? Pivot point is that blue line. Mr. Ibrahim. Yeah, I need a big pullback. Support. Pivot point is support today. Come on, flush it. I'd like to get the middle of that channel. What is that? 870? Come on. Let's take a look at it on the 5-minute. But it looks like it's support. It looks like that pivot point is support. Not looking good. This is the 5-minute. Again, at 870 area. Where's VWAP on this? VWAP's all the way down there. All right, here we go. Come on. Flush it. You can't flush the pivot point. There we go. Flush, flush, flush. I'm targeting 875 on this one. Right at the top of that, middle of that channel. It's also the upper band of VWAP, right? 8881 is the upper band of VWAP. The slowest pullback ever. Not giving it to us. See if they respect the channel or pop out of it. So the channel is moving up, so I moved my target. I'm only using the middle of that channel as a target, but it is a regression channel, so it's updating in real time. 882 now is the target. Come on. We're at the upper band of VWAP right there at 880. Ugh, not giving it to me. And back up to the top of the channel. So let's see if they continue to respect the channel. All right, come on, give it to me so I can get out of here. Oh, missed it by a tick there. All right, as you can see, the channel is now sharpening its angle, so I really need to move it up a little bit before I lose the whole play. All right, got that one. Little bit of green there. And let's see, I'm assuming they're going to flush to the bottom of that ascending channel and continue their way up. We got a GX level down at 802. So I think the big move will be quick now. Let's take a look at the 5-minute. So you got a 821 as the test of the top of that channel on the 5-minute. All right, let's see how far down it goes. 220 SMAs at 827. VWAP all the way down to 730. All right, well, finally got the short I was looking for. It cost me an eval, though. All right, testing yesterday's high again. Mr. Ibrahim, you're buying? Well, let's see. You're at the 20 SMA on the 5-minute, right? As long as they bounce there, and we're right there at previous day high. So we took a pullback. We flushed the 90 MA on the 5-minute, and we came right to the top of that channel, right at that 20 SMA. Yesterday's high. We're testing yesterday's previous day high right there at 830. So let's see if they flush it all the way back down, or bounce it. Let's do a fib on this. What does the fib look like on this? Still not at 50% retracement on that move. Right at 32. That could, if there is a bounce, that would be the area. So you might get lucky, Ibrahim. .3 right now. It's breaking through it. No bueno. Coming to the bottom of that channel, but we're still in an ascending channel. Let me take a look at the 5-minute real quick. Testing the top of that channel. They would have to bounce here, otherwise they're coming right back in. And saying goodbye to NVIDIA pump. You know, that's 2 days in a row. Yesterday on the Asia session, they took a similar short and targeted the middle of the regression channel, and it ended up being a full channel-to-channel play. So in hindsight now, I did have 2 contracts. Next time I pull something like this, I'm going to exit one contract at the middle and let a runner go for the full play. Today, again, a full channel-to-channel play. Not channel-to-channel, top of a channel to bottom of a channel play, which I left a lot of money on the table. That's 80 points had I left the runner where I exited. I started with 2 somewhere up here. So in hindsight, the better play would have been TP1, TP2. Hindsight, of course. But it happened to me last night as well. I took a short. I think it was like 40 points on the Asia session. Same thing, exited at the middle. Sometimes you get these bounces at the middle for continuation to the upside, and I think in hindsight what I'm going to do now is leave the runner. course, when I leave the runner, that's when you lose. It's like you can't win. Ooh, NQ going for 50%, killing that whole move. Yep. About to hit 50% on that move up. 50% retracement on fib. It's 50% right there. Ibrahim, don't feel bad. I added to a short on the move up. It cost me an eval. So if you're adding to buy here, I get it, bro. I was adding on a short on this move up. So I've been there in the opposite play. All right, but it does look like they're gonna give it all back. It's looking like they're gonna give it all back. We're below 50% on that retracement. Not yet. Not yet. You got VWAP, man. Hindsight, right? VWAP all the way down at 750. Who would have thought? Hitting VWAP on ES. Yeah, VWAP for NQ is down at 744. So it looks like it's giving it all back. I just overlaid ES. This little gray line is ES. I gotta do NQ. Let me remove the 15-minute opening range here. We don't need that anymore. There is a potential break of the, what is it? 8:30 to 9 a.m. candle. Let's take a look at the 30-minute, 10:30 to 11 a.m. Oh, here's the, well, no, it's not 11 yet. All right, so this little selling algo is done. Yep, they're giving it all back. 300 points up, 300 points down. We're below 50% now on the retracement on that. And I think we're at the 200 SMA. Let me bring in the 200. Yep, there's your red line. That's the 200. That's the only chance of bouncing right there. Otherwise, if they flush that, if they flush the 200 SMA, they're going for pivot point, which is the blue line down at 640. But I think I'm not going to mess with this anymore. It already cost me an eval. I'll call it there, and tonight will be another day. What a channel to channel, top of the channel. What a channel play right there. And again, last night I did the same thing. I peeled at the middle. I got to get in the habit of having two TPs. Middle and bottom, or middle and top, depending on what I'm doing. Brilliant, Jesse. I like the idea. Smash that like. Smash that subscribe. Mr. Ibrahim, yeah, I was just saying that I was targeting the middle of this channel with two minis. In hindsight, of course, and it happened to me last night as well. I exited the middle, and then it's a full channel play. So I got to get in the habit of holding a runner. With two TPs. Yeah, I don't know if I would buy right now. Well, if they can bounce here, Ibrahim, you might have life at the end of the tunnel. Cobop 61 long would have been a decent shot. My tunnel power is shut down this year. You need to go back and start giving interviews. All right, NQ slowing down significantly now. Tempted to long this, but I think I've accepted that I can't read price action today. I got one nice short, but I don't want to mess with NQ today. Nico, maybe a shot at long. Yeah, I'm looking at I am getting a long signal right now, but just being cautious for now. It would be the bounce of this 200 SMA VWAP, right? They just tapped VWAP at 748 and held. But we got a pivot point down right below us at 650, and unfortunately these ranges are wide today, so it could be 100 points, but they may just come down and tap that pivot point to test it. Dividend Cake, good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Peter Chan, wait for at least a 2 minute. Let's take a look at those Heikanashi's 5 minutes. Ooh. Heikanashi 5 minute, not looking good. Look at that, 5 minute. Let's take a look at the chat account. Red, red, red. And the chat account, unbeknownst to everybody, was in a long, thanks to Freddie. We completely forgot about that long when the market opened and grabbed 150 point, no, more than that, right? 641 to 925, 250 point long with one mini on NQ because everybody forgot that we were in a trade. So the house account is up nicely with that trade. 5,600 was one mini. That's pretty impressive. But Heikanashi 5 minutes still all red. And the pullback, giving it all back. I caught a little bit of that, but I could have held. Coulda, shoulda, woulda held. So the house account now has some extra work to do to work on that consistency roll, but that's good. More profit. All right, NQ slowing down. Little NVIDIA madness. 300 points up. 200 points down. Is it going to give it all back and more is the question. Ibrahim still holding his long, holding on for dear life. I would say if they break that 30-minute candle, Ibrahim, this green line right here, that's the, what is it, 10:30 to 11 a.m. candle. If they break that, then you're in trouble, I would say. Because that's the 30-minute candle range right there. That's the 10 a.m. to 10:30. Looks like they're going to break it. ES already broke it. As you can see, ES already breaking. ES going downtown. ES flushing. Yep. So this gray line is ES. Let's see how far. You got a pivot point down here at 640. I know 640 looks far, but we just did a top to VWAP touch for 200 points. So anything's possible today with this volatility. Nico, Spartan, add more. Let's see. Let's see if they flush down to the pivot point, which means they would be retracing the entire NVIDIA move. I mean, at that point, I think you broke pretty much everything at that point in terms of fib retracement. Doesn't look good for a bounce. We'll see. It does have big swings today. Two buyers, 1,000 sellers. Let's go, Ibrahim. Let's go. All right, so for Ibrahim, if they could get above that 30-minute, the support, the structure they just broke that structure right there. If they can get back into range, then you got a chance, and you got a whole channel to the upside. If they can fix this and come back into the channel, let's take a look at the 5-minute. Where does that channel look like on the 5-minute? We came right to the bottom, so there is hope. It is hope. There is hope. We're still in an ascending channel, no matter how you look at it. But I like it. Let's go for the bounce for Ibrahim. Ibrahim's in a long, so let's go. Mr. Ibrahim, your tunnel light is flickering. All right, let's go. Let's bounce. Let's bounce for Ibrahim. I agree. I'm flat, but let's go. Let's bounce for Ibrahim. Ibrahim, where's your... and you don't have to answer this, Ibrahim. Where's your break even, bud? We need a nice green boner candle for you, bud. Opportunity waits heading to opening price. It's dumping, yeah. Man, now the short plays out. Freaking cost me an eval trying to short this. That's why I'm staying out. I'll take the short that I grabbed and call it a day for today. Ibrahim, this is the, to Peter Chan's point, this is the only thing going against you right now. If you take a look at 5-minute Heikinashis, no green. These are 5-minute Heikinashi candles, all red. So hopefully Hopefully, you just need one green to stay alive. Nico, lucky you stayed out. Yeah, man. Today was, I gotta be honest, I didn't expect 300 points like that. That's why I kept trying to short and adding. And then on the way back down, I didn't expect the full retracement. So I only grabbed, what am I up? $700. I think that was, but I was down, I think 300 or 400 on this account. So I think I grabbed like 1100 trade on the way down, but I definitely left money on that short. So I was wrong both ways, even though I got this short. It was a nice, what is it, 45 points probably? No. Yeah, about 40 points on that trade that I got. I was wrong on the way up. And I was wrong on the way down in the sense that I could have held way more. So that's my sign. Stay away. You're not reading this right. But today was just evals, like I said, straight to funded and stim funded accounts locked. I walked out with some nice green last night during Asia, so I'm not messing with those today. Nico, do you ever feel like you should reverse your trades? I got to get better at reversing trades. In other words, if I'm wrong, stop trying to add to it. Flip the bias. All right, you guys are talking about 2 minute. Let's take a look at the 2 minute Ikanashi and what that looks like. Two-minute Ikanashi. Look at that. Still red. Ibrahim, if it goes to the blue line, you're cooked. Yeah, that's a pivot point play, man. Pivot point to pivot point. That's what NQ did today. Look at that. Push to the blue lines are the pivot points, right? Came right up to that pivot point and then right back down to a pivot point. Crazy. In hindsight. Coop, free money on trend days. Nico, NQ, what are you doing? NQ's drawing mountains today. Peaks and valleys. And Nico, if NQ makes a pullback, I'm shorting. Peter, did you take the 30-minute break over here? That was a nice little break. I just realized, did you take the 30-minute break? That was easy right there. The green line break. You did. I figured. I get caught talking and I forgot about that. I just realized that was a nice clean break with minimal pullback there. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm accepting today that I'm not going to be able to read this. Although I got a winning trade on the short, left a lot of money on the table. Should have left the runner. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And then on the way up, added trying to short this. So now I'm watching this mountain that NQ just built, and now it's going to build a valley. Beryllium Jesse telling us if we hold a retest under 700, it's going to get ugly to the downside, potentially reversing all of the NVIDIA push. All right, let's bring in those Mentor Q levels in again. Where are we with levels? So, Ibrahim, see that put support? That's the only thing helping you with that long. They need to break out, though. If they can build support around that green line, you might get it. Now, to Jesse's point, if we do break 700, you got a 646 pivot point, and you got no man's land down here. What's even more interesting is if we break 550 today. If this is really a move down and we break all the way down to 550, that'll get interesting. Isn't that the low of the entire contract? Take a look at this real quick. Oh no, the low is all the way down at 300. Never mind, never mind. Ibrahim holding on to dear life here. Kobop, 24,446. Yeah, I mean, I think if we start breaking down and we break this pivot point 640, it ain't going to be pretty to the downside. It ain't going to be pretty, but I'm staying out. $24.46 is the low. Got it. Two-minute Heikinashi, some dojis, finally. Is this the change in direction? Let's take a look. Little hint of green there for you, Ibrahim. Ibrahim, I say I'll use $500 per trade before buying an eval and end up using the full $2,500. Yeah, man, I've been there, so don't feel bad. I think sometimes when I only trade evals, I get way too loose. I think that's actually my problem. On evals, I'm way too loose. When I'm trading straight to funded or sim funded accounts, I'm way too tight. Way too tight. Like, for instance, hold on. Let me take a look at some of the Rhythmic accounts. And that's the problem. You trade evals differently. You trade straight to funded or sim funded differently. Whereas you got to try to build a way of trading them the same way. I'm not there yet. So if we look at, for instance, let's take a look at the balances on the Gladiator with Prop Shop. Here's one of them, 721. Let's take a look at another one. That's a Gladiator. Here's another Gladiator, 891. This is the one from last night, 4,300. And then we blew an eval today for $4,000. And this one's up 738. But as you can see, the big balance on the balances on the Gladiator, tiny. So it is something that I struggle with. In other words, with evals, I'm way too loose. And with sim funded or straight to funded, I play too tight, way too tight. Beryllium Jesse, Mentor doesn't have real-time intraday, so I've built something temporary for myself. Beryllium, Jesse, doesn't Mentor allow you to have real-time when you connect it to your broker? In other words, when I bring in Mentor levels right here, these are the ones based on, you're right, these are not the live ones. But I thought that if I bring in the Mentor levels connected to my live account, I thought those levels were live. Let me do that right now. Let me connect to my live account, Interactive Brokers. Ah, okay. Got it. Let me see if there's any difference in the levels with Interactive Brokers. All right, Ibrahim, getting your little bounce there. Bouncing right off of that Gex level here. That put support area. Holden. You got an ascending channel. Might play it out in your favor, bud. It just might. I'm trying to connect my Interactive Brokers account. Here we go. I think we are connected now. All right, let's see if bringing in live data changes any of these levels. Hold on. Now I'm frozen again. Why am I frozen here? There we go. All right, so API with Interactive Brokers is connected. Let's see if any of these levels change on Mentor. So now it's bringing NDX and QQ levels off of my Interactive Brokers live account. Those are on the left side. So it looks like there is a difference, guys, Coop and Jess. HVL is down all the way here. Put support. Live data puts it down at 650 versus the 748 that you see green here. I think there is some difference in the levels. Put support got dropped all the way down to 646, so potential move all the way down to 646 on NQ right now for that pivot point as well. So NQ now coming down to this potential put support here on, and you got pivot point down at 650. So it's getting ugly on NQ. So Coop, the left-hand side are the real-time data plugged into interactive brokers. The right side is without live data. So you can maybe help us out with whether this data is live or not. Got it, Beryllium. All right, cool. So the QQ and NDX would be live. Got it. All right, let's remove those levels. So it looks like NQ is hunting that pivot point. Ibrahim, you were up 1K? You should have taken it. You built your own? Nice. I tell you, man, Jesse with his tricks, man. Always got something going on. It's a massacre. All right. Forget about NVIDIA move. There comes the big short I was looking for earlier. Now when it finally gets it, I'm staying out. Go figure. Go figure. All right, so where is the Armageddon level? In other words, if we drop below that, we're going to get another 100 points down. Let's look for an Armageddon level. Is there an Armageddon level here anywhere? 640, that pivot point. You got yesterday's, oh, look at that, full gap fill. Yesterday's close at 560. Beryllium, next stop 590. Then if we hold down below that 450. Crazy. Yeah, 450 is the magenta line here. That's a 4-hour level. Crazy. So far, the entire NVIDIA move up. Goodbye. Peter Chan, 572 is Armageddon. In other words, you're talking about this area right here. Let's take a look at... wow. We're getting close. Let's see what happens. Mr. Ibrahim, new account bought. I get it, bro. I've been there, man. No judgment. We've all been there. We've all blown accounts and buy another 10. That's why I'll take my green and call it. NQ is moving nasty. We've all been there, brother. No judgment. Now, we've all been there with even crazier scenarios. You blow one eval or maybe two, and then you go buy like 5 or 6, and then you blow all those 6 as well. That's when you know you're on tilt. As long as it's with evals, you're good. That's why I'm controlling it today. I added to that short silly. Then I got the second short played out nicely, but I left money on the table. There was definitely more to it. So I think I'm just gonna chill out today and control the tilt. That's why I'm staying live. That way I don't go and trade it anymore. The one thing I've gotten way better is locking sim-funded or straight-to-funded accounts. Like my Gladiators and my straight-to-funded, I'm not even touching it with this volatility. As juicy as these moves can be, they can go against you, and not trusting myself with this volatility. Peter Lang, I have pretty much stopped trading prop. You know, it's interesting that you say that. I've been trading my live account on the side. It's funny what you can do without consistency rules. In other words, the holds. I'm only trading micros right now, 1 or 2 micros. I'm trying to build one micro and trade it for 100 points based on higher time frame levels. But it's interesting when you don't have to worry about drawdown or trailing drawdown. Prop firms do keep you tight because you got to worry about consistency rules, but there's nothing like a live account and being free. Now, I can go against you, but I am experimenting on the live account with micro. I eventually want to do live trading, streaming with the live account, but I'm still far from that. I still got to build consistency with these prop firm accounts on the live stream. So we'll see. It's probably going to take a year or so. Kobop trading his Lucid accounts and Ninja Trader account. ES continuing down. Look at that. ES is about to flush its last low. Beryllium Jesse, you hit DLL on 5 Lucid Pro accounts. So could trade them this morning, which is a bummer because I had a killer day. Yeah, some of you know, I think I've shared the story. I don't think I've shared it with everybody, but I had a DLL on 6 of my straight to funded, and I didn't trade them for 2 weeks. This happened 2 weeks ago. I hit DLL twice. In other words, I hit DLL once, recovered it, then I hit DLL again. The second time was a Tradesyncer issue. And then I said to myself, you know what? I don't want to blow these accounts. They've gotten to pay out twice. The third time, I'm just struggling. And I finally traded them this week again. They're in the green, but I did not trade them for about a week and a half. I think it was 2 full weeks. I did not trade my straight to funded after hitting DLL just to relax. Because listen, they're expensive, number one, and it's 6 of them. I don't want to lose them. But I did control my urge to trade. I did not trade for a week and a half. They're back being traded this week, but like I said earlier, very tight trading. Dividend Cake, a live account with end of day DD is the best. A live account with end of day. Oh, you mean like a prop firm live account? Got it. Yeah, I have a live account with Interactive Brokers, which means I don't have trailing drawdown. I don't have consistency rules. I have margin calls. In other words, if it goes red and it goes below my margin requirements to hold a micro or mini, whatever I'm trading, you get the little notification. Add some more live accounts to keep the trade or we'll close it. All right, NQ slowing down here. Nico, I don't think I've set, Interactive Brokers has the worst platform. I use Rhythmic. In other words, I use Quantower to trade that account or TradingView. But I don't use any of the platform available for Interactive Brokers. It's honestly the worst. So to answer your question, it's not. And I honestly don't trade it much. I've been very careful. I still want to get more of my reps in with prop firms, blow those accounts versus mess with live capital. Just not there yet. Nico, on your account, 50% margin, the trade stops out. Jonathan, hey, good morning, JC. Did you see what happened? It almost hit 25K and boom, back down. No, man, I'm staying out. I tried to short the move up and paid dearly. Then I finally caught a short on the way down, and I think I'm just locking in that win. I'm okay with that win for the day. Dividend, mainly micros, but yes, I'm trying to work one micro and build 100-point plays. It's not much, but it's just practice. I'm still not, at least not for the last couple of months, I'm not playing with minis on my personal. Prop firm accounts, yeah, I mess with the minis, but live capital, going back to what I was commenting earlier, I trade evals way too loosely, and I trade straight to funded or sim funded way too tight, way too tight. And my live account, I'm only messing with micros right now, so still nothing to talk about on the live, at least for the last couple of months. Ibrahim shorted closed for one. All right, you closed for 1.2. Good job, brother. All right, I'm looking. Let's see if is NQ really going to do an Armageddon today. Wow, 40-point flush right there. Pivot point at 640. About to get tapped. Reversing the entire NVIDIA move up. Jonathan, you were long from 615, rode it all the way up, and then back down. I was hoping to close at 25K, but it didn't get and reversed. Oh, man, that sucks. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought? Number one, I didn't think it was going to push all this way up, and I definitely didn't think it was going to reverse the whole thing. I closed the short right around the middle of this channel. Hindsight. Could have held. Cobop, you missed the whole move on NQ. So did I. Now, the chat account, for those of you that are just tuning in, the chat account, interestingly enough, caught the entire move up, or a good part of it. Freddie put a long on the chat account that we completely forgot about. So this was right before the open, and then, of course, we get caught up in the open. And that one mini at 640, closed at 925, 740, 840. That was a 240-point trade with one mini, 5,675 on the house account. So the house account is in trouble in terms of consistency rule. It's up 9K for the day, 5 or 6K of that with this move, and then we tried to lose and couldn't lose up here. You can't make this up. You just can't. All right, let's see. Let's go back. Jonathan, yeah, I'm done. I'm not messing with NQ. I'm staying on the live stream, so I don't trade it. The closer we get to lunch, the slower it gets, and then I can close the stream and not take any more trades. 4 hour. You want to see the 4 hour? Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Coop telling us that NVIDIA just hit support. Oh, look at that wick. Yeah, indeed. All right, NQ built the peak, and now it's building the valley. Let's see where this valley goes. Bob, you're done for now. Good job, brother. Same here. I'm spectating. Done for the day. Coop, let me see if I can add NVIDIA. Can I add NVIDIA to Quantower? I don't think so. NVIDIA, let's see. I think Quantower is only futures. Unless I connect, I have to connect my Interactive Brokers account to Quantower. Let me try that. Yeah, Coop. I'm just trying to see if Quantower allows me to add NVIDIA, because right now I only have it connected to prop firms, so it's only showing me futures. But I just connected my live account to Quantower. Let me see if I can get NVIDIA now. All right, let's bring in a live account watch list. Hold on. Yeah, it's not allowing NVIDIA. Hold on. Freddie, what's up, brother? Yeah, I'm going to have to research that. I don't think you can bring in stocks into Quantower. I could be wrong. All right, Coop, have a good one. Freddie, you got that short? Yeah, I only got a couple. I think I only got 40 points on that short, which I'm not too happy about, but that's why I'm not trading it. I'm frustrated. Let's see. NVIDIA. All right, NVIDIA, NQ built a little peak there, and now it's building the valley. Let's see if there's further downside or finally back up. let's bring in, see if I can get NVIDIA overlaid on this. All right, let's see if we can try it this way. NVIDIA is ARCA right now. Edge data, here we go. Edge data would be good. What else does it have? Here we go. Boom. All right, now let me overlay it. NVIDIA is still up 2%, isn't it? Why isn't it giving me an overlay here? Overlay. There we go. There's NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, here's NVIDIA's low. Coming back for its low, and Q's coming down as well. All right, so that white line is NVIDIA overlaid on top of NQ. All right, guys, I think I'm calling it here. Paid dearly trying to short the way up, and did catch finally a short on the way down, but left money on the table, and that's it. I'm calling it. Preddy, I guess we need 3 5K days in profit for eval for consistency rule. If we made 7K, bro, I think you made 10K. Let me bring in the chat account. Chat account is up $9,700 for the day. So you guys got work to do. The only problem is I just checked. Let's take a look at the DLL, not the max loss limit. It can be done, but the max loss limit is 4K. So I think I'm going to have to restrict every single trade from here on to 1750 as a max drawdown. It should probably be 1500. So at least you get 3 trades before the account is blown. even though we have a 9K in profit, the drawdown is only 4K. So I think I'm going to restrict the loss per trade to 1,500. It's up to the trader. So it can be done. It's just very spot on aggressive trading to bring that account to goal. But $9,700 on the community account today. All right, guys. I think that's it for today. Calling it crazy volatility. I will see you guys tonight if you trade Asia, 9:45 p.m. Eastern. Actually, the earnings is right after the close, so I'll be probably watching, looking for some scalps on NVIDIA earnings later today. Mr. Ibrahim, thank you. Freddie, appreciate you. Coop, I don't think you're here. Jonathan, I think you left as well. Kobop, I know left. Beryllium, Jesse, if you're still around, have a good one. That's it for me. I'll see you guys later tonight or tomorrow. You're in the green. Walk away. Christopher Zazek, see you tonight, brother. Nico, have a good one, brother. NQ, just volatile as usual. Waiting for the break of that pivot point. I think I'll hang out. I just want to see if they're really going to break that pivot point. 640. That's that blue line right there. It's looking like it wants to head downtown, so I'll watch. All right, I'm out. Laters.